Good morning, students. Today we are going to see about determinants of consumption function. J.M. Keynes has divided the factors influencing the consumption function into two determinants. One is subjective factors, that is internal factors. Another one is objective factors. Objective factors are external factors. So subjective factors are internal factors, objective factors are external factors. Subjective factor. In subjective factors, J.M. Keynes explained about an individual person's psychology and what he has to avoid and how he has to save. So, it takes in short period or short run. So, it is placed as internal factors. So, another factors remains constant. Coming to objective factors. So, it is an external factor we already read. So, it can be seen how people are reacting about how they are consuming, what is the need of money in real life. In subjective factor, Keynes has given 8 motives of an individual to refrain. What is the meaning of refrain? To avoid. So, we have to avoid unnecessary things that we spending. Instead of that, we have to save for your future. The first one, the motive of precautions. To build a reserve against unforeseen contingencies, that is unexpected things. Take for example, accidents, sickness, health care. The second one, the motive of foresight. Looking up for future needs. Example, if you save at present age, it would be helpful for your at future, that is old age. So need not depend upon others. The next one, the motive of calculation. It means we can calculate our savings, investment, what we consume and whatever it may be. So it is also an appreciable manner to teach our children too. The fourth one, the motive of improvement. The improvement says when your income increases, automatically your lifestyle will change and also standard of life will be to improve. Fifth one, the motive of financial independence. Here, financial is your money. If you save your money, you will spend or use your need from your itself. Need not depend on others. So you can stand independently. The motive of enterprise. Take for example, a businessman is there. For his business thing, he or she could spend and put the investment for that. From that, they can invest to improve the business. How they have to improve their business for more trading, export or import and so on. And also they can put the hard work for their business. The seventh one, the motive of pride. So pride means what? Pleasure thing. Here motive of pride is, take for example, if you are having your savings. So savings more means for a need, means it can be a pleasure to you for maintain that. How to maintain that? Then the eighth one, the motive of avarice. Avarice means greediness. Example, if you seeking a next person, that person may have more income, more investment and more money and they are spending means, and having good wealth means, while seeing that you can also think and you can have a greediness that we can also do like to increase our income like them. So here greediness arises to motive to save ourselves like well-known person, like good home, wealth. So these are the 8 factors what Keynes told for the subjective factor for an individual to refrain. And one more thing, Keynes proposed a group motivation under this subjective factors. They are, the first one, the motive of enterprise. A business person, he can start a business without department. If he having a savings means he need not get to got a loan and all, or not to borrow money from others. The second one, the motive of liquidity. The desire to secure the liquid resources to meet the difficulties. So you have to keep caution and precautionary and motives. The next one, the motive of improvement. It motivates to improve your income increases. Take for example, If you are running a shop means it can show your improvement that keeps on your motive to work. The fourth one, the motive of financial prudence. Prudence means freedom. So we have freedom to use our money to pay our debit or for our depreciations like so on. Or obsolescence. Obsolescence means we can go to new methodology from old methodology. For example, we can buy new machines or products for improving our factory. So income will increase for our business. Then coming to objective factor are the external factors, and it is measurable and real, and also it can change in long term. So let us see the outside that affects the consumption function. Under this there are 8 factors. The first one, income distribution. It means if income is disparity between poor people and rich people, what will happen? So there is no equality, consumption will down. If there is equality is there, consumption will high, or so rich will richer and poor will poorer. The next one, price level. Keynes assumed that if price level gets low, your income will grow. At that time your consumption will also get high, so we will buy more and save more. Wage level. Wage means salary. If your wage increases, consumption increases. Same time when wage decreases, consumption also decreases. Rate of interest will increase. If your rate of interest will increase, consumption will decrease and savings will increase, because you should not borrow anything from any other person or place. So savings will be high. If rate of interest will be decreased, your consumption will be increased and savings will be down. Then the next one, fiscal policy. The fiscal policy, it is based on the taxation policy. When the government reduces the tax, income will rise and propensity to consume will increase. So while your income increases, your consumption also increases. So it is in favor of poor people. The next one, consumer credit. The availability of consumer needs what they want to buy for their needs. So installments, that is EMI, equated monthly installment, will encourage them to buy their needs, like household needs like fridge, automobiles, computer, gym products and so on. So it will pushes the consumer to consume more. The seventh one, demographic factors. Demographic factors means study of population. The size of family bigger means consumption will big. The stages of family from birth to old age, that how we spending the money. Take for example, if we spend money for our children education according to primary education and college education, comparing that, college education will consume more money than primary education, right? And also comparing from rural people, urban people spend more money for their needs. Then the next one, Duesenberg hypothesis. Duesenberg is an economist. He given 2 factors for consumption. We have seen already, consumption depends upon the income. But here what Duesenberg says means, the first factor, consumption depends upon the current income and also the past income. And also it depends upon the standard of living. Take for example, in past, business is high, household is high, income also increase, needy things also increase. But at present, the thing, business is decreases, households are decrease and income also down. So that he sold everything. At that time, he need to borrow money to live or survive what he lived before. Then the second factor is, consumption is influenced by demonstration effect. Take for example, low income group people are influenced by high income group people. So the poor people want to imitate the consumption pattern of rich people. So they can desire to buy whatever they need from spending. The next one, windfall gains or losses. In stock market, gain will get more and as well as loss will get more. If gain will increase, consume more. will increase. Okay, then loss will get means consumption also will get less. So it is an unexpected changes to gain or loss depend upon the consumption functions. So these are the determinants of the consumption functions. Thank you.